Yeah. Hi. Yeah. So we wait until 7:30. There are about 11 to 13 of you. So yeah. So thanks for your time. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Come. Let's start for 7:30. So if there's anybody coming on board, we'll just come on board. Thanks for your time. This is a Bridge Weekly Clinic. Yep. So this is a 7:30 to it's about an hour. So everyone can see me and can hear what I say as well as my screen. Okay. Good. Yeah. So today we're telling you what is advisory role, your payroll, what is it about, how does it integrate with Bridge, and of course some work example of how it looks like in our system. Okay, so yeah. Okay, what is an advisor? These are the roles that will be today's agenda. So why should you join Bridge? Who is Bridge targeting as an overall? We are targeting Southeast Asia, Singapore. We start with Singapore first. After that, we will just reach out to Southeast Asia. And of course, how you are being paid as advisor. This is actually a freelance. Basically, you just need 2 or 3 hours a week and basically record a good video with content and something that you have been doing every day. Something that you think that the market is willing to accept your content. So of course, what type of contents should we create and what does Bridge do with your recorded version? And all these recorded version will be considered as a digital assets. And of course, we will do a review and some question Q&A after that. Okay, so we start off with this icebreaker. There are about 7 billion people in the world. How many of these people are actually actively studying or learning? So maybe how do you see this? What's your answer? You can be engaging. You can just write inside the chat if you think so. Yeah. Yeah. So we have 9 of you. So okay. So basically there are 2 types of answer. I just briefly tell you 1.4 billion people studying. But for Bridge, actually for us, we think there is 7 billion people and every day you are learning. The moment you are born, you are learning. The moment you are about to go, you are also learning. So take note on this. Okay. So what's an advisor? So advisor, yep, we are looking at advisor. So actually for Bridge, we have job seekers, employers, advisors and investors. We are rolling out the investor side, which has been around since 1 year ago. We start to develop the employer and employee side. And now we are starting to do the advisor side. Okay, so there's issues in the Singapore system. I personally find that a lot of advisors above 40, 50, they do have a lot of experience, but not many people actually understand what they are going through. So Bridge is trying to bridge with advisors as well as the job seekers and employers. Okay, so a subject expert who is able to relate case study analysis, conduct market research, and create prediction model. So everybody's life is different. Everybody's experience is different. Everybody walk a different way. And all these are experience that you can share. And currently now we are doing a one-to-one session. The moment we identify you as a super advisor, or we call it as advisors with a lot of experience and videos, we will ask you to teach a module. A module is 6 series every week. And basically once you have a module, once you conduct a module, the recipients will be getting a badge. This badge will have your credential under your own portfolio, which I will share with you later. Okay, so yep. So of course, as this is something, there's some money involved, as well as some credential, as well as your portfolio involved, we will need you to sign a contract. Yeah. So what does the contract insist is basically we need to sign a contract between you and us. We need to ensure that there's some reliability and integrity of the content you post. And of course, all content will be given to Bridge. We will help you to distribute out the content. So you could be teaching on how do you manage the revenue model for financial of a business. So this is how we teach. And maybe your target audience, for example, maybe I do see some of your, maybe one of you is from Philippines. So basically your content can be distributed to in Philippines and in Singapore. Okay, Another content that we are talking about is maybe you are graduating from a very good university, for example, Stanford, and you got a PhD in computer engineering in Stanford. So these are degrees or portfolio of qualification that not many people can achieve. So what we do is that we help you create a content, and from there, you start to distribute out to the country that you think it fits. And of course, we will also come in to interject in the event. We may also tell you, hey, maybe we find this may be suitable for certain countries, because we get to see many things every day. Okay, so yeah, so when you sign up, there will be a contract. This is a contract. Basically, it consists of payout, network issues, liability, and stuff like that, which when you sign up under our breach content, you will be able to see. Okay, yeah. So, okay, why you should join as an advisor, self-explanation, is actually to promote yourself. Okay, if you have a business by itself, you should be able to use our platform to teach others. So in short, we make connection become closer so that people understand and feel you, rather than those LinkedIn and Facebook where it becomes just a connection. So the more you teach, we are able to feel you. We are able to tell what is your personality. Okay, so of course, contents that in Bridge you shouldn't have contents available in YouTube. So YouTube is pre-recorded. This is live. So basically, you are talking to a person, it's live. For example, I'm talking to you live now. It's not a robot talking to you. And later when we do the Q&A, this is where people start to ask. Okay, and of course, we do have a passive income tied to it, which we'll share later. Okay, so these are the industries that we are targeting. Yep. So if you are any one of them, yep. So for example, if you are a good accountant and you are very good for taxations, we call it tax planning for businesses. These are content that I think the public would like to see. First, as a member or as an advisor or as an employer or job seekers, they would want to have this type of knowledge available for them in future. So this content may be of good use for them. And of course, if you are good at career advice, designing, engineering, these are contents that we are very keen to embark. Okay, so of course, if you do not have any field that is not included, you can drop us an email, we'll add on. The most popular one is social media strategy. How do you ROI? How do you increase portfolios, likes, getting engagements for your website? But having said that, social media management or strategy, there are so many platforms. So you need to, this advisor that you are engaging must be able to tell what works best and what does not work best. So if you are intending to find this, you are able to find this in YouTube, but you may need to spend about 10 hours, 11 minutes, 10 hours to 11 hours to sift through information, and what you say may not be true as well from the YouTuber. Why? Because you can't really talk to the person. So for this, you are accredited. You basically engage. People is able to chat with you. And basically, they will be able to ask you further questions for your second digital asset. Okay. So, yep. How can we be paid? So advisors, normally first session. So the first three, so what you do is that you create a platform. We create a platform for you. You create your own video. And after which you will post your video and we will get a cut, about 30% for distribution purposes. And after which, once the video is posted, you will get your passive residual income. Okay, we'll cover this later. When you see the screen, you'll be able to explain 100. You'll be able to see immediately when I show through the whole platform. Okay, so let's break it down. So for example, everybody do have an hourly rate. So if your hourly rate is $100, we conduct a session at 7:30 Singapore time today. The moment we conduct a session, it lasts about an hour. $70 will be, $100 will be paid by the student. $70 will be credited into your wallet the next day. Okay. And we will distribute your recorded version. For example, this is being recorded. We will push out to people that we think in either our EDMs, our social media platform, as well as our members that could range to millions. Okay, and of course, you are able to withdraw a credit. And if you are Singaporean, I reckon most of you are Singaporean, then of course it's pay now or bank transfer. If you are not, then we'll use other platform to transfer. Okay, so this is the thing that we are talking. So what type of content you can create? So advisor. So let's say now I can engage you now. For example, Daniel, how I help a business increase their ROI in a few months. So for example, Daniel is a business coach. He's able to do that. So these are content that he is intending to teach. Okay. Second one, let's do a number 12. How an accountant add value in a business for tax planning and expansion. So these are questions that is not easily available in the YouTube or any advice. And even if a consultant, they will charge you a lot. So what you do is that you do a very good video, a content to reach out to your student, and what are the plans of how does he want to shape his business in terms of expansion. So Daniel will speak based on experience. You give case study, you based on analytical and assumption, and basically how is he going to do it. Okay, so anybody, any questions so far? Yep. So that I can, yeah, Isaac or Antonia or stuff, any one of you, so that at least I know what is it. Yeah. Another question that we will like people to have is, how do you detect scams and loopholes in companies? And why is it that share price of the company dip when there's a good announcement? So for number 14. So these are questions that, I mean, I myself is an investor, and basically we are in a stock market. So sometimes, how come is it that when there's a good news, share price drop? And when there's a bad news, share price go up? So these are questions that nobody can tell you an answer, and nobody can really give you an answer. So it's through experience, you are able to tell, and that's how people will want to seek your advice. Okay. So, yep. So this is part 2. Yep. So, okay. So number 24. So some of y'all may be good millionaires for very good social media strategies, and you're able to get million followers in 3 months. So some of us may have this potential skill set, which they are willing to share, or maybe they can use it as a platform to teach people. Okay. Yep. So this is, yep. So of course, we are more into the adult education. So if you are education, children's education, we'll hold it first. So anybody is in tuition and stuff like that, we will want to hold it first because we are actually teaching adults. Okay, MLM, mental health, and religion, we will try to hold it first. Okay, so these are types of content you would like to avoid. Okay. Okay, so how do we market your video? So we try to market your video by creating contents. We do have a title and a description of your title, and we will push out to countries that we think that it may be suitable. Okay, so this, you're not talking to just Singapore to Singapore, you're talking to Singapore to the world. Okay, through a video platform, we are integrating with Zoom in our platform. Okay. Okay. So, yep. Any questions asked? Okay. If no question asked, then I will show you how does it look like. You can see my website, right? So this is a test account. We are rolling out. First batch of advisors will come on board. Yep. Wow, what happened? Give me a minute. Yep. So this is our website. Okay, we do have, so we integrate with job, employer, self-employed, and advisors. Okay, so currently now you are going in for advisors. I just show you how does an advisor platform looks like. Okay, so this is a test account. Yep, So what you do when you submit as a job advice, as an advisor, you need to fill up your about me, my resume, your hourly rate, and what are you focused in. Can see, I just briefly go through. So basically this about me is who will be seeing is actually your student. Okay, so I just copy, I'm an inspired software engineer. This is me. My contact number is this. And of course, my email under bridge. Expected salary 288. Minimum salary we charge is minimum salary that we advise advisor is 30. It can go up to 500. So for a start, if we got 100 advisors, salary will start to go up when we start to have more users. Okay, any questions? You can ask questions now. So of course, resumes is when I see you as an advisor, I need to know that you are really good at what you're doing. Okay. So in the past, I run hotels, I run real estate. This is my own personal resume. So of course, my expertise is business operation, building business, selling, and creating generation wealth. So this is my 7 or 8 platform that I do. So you need to talk a bit about what you do, and all this will be shown to your reader. So that's how they see whether they qualify you as an advisor. So far, so good. Yeah. So this is how you see it. Of course, when you come in, this is the final product. You need to fill up your photos and stuff like that. Okay, so you will create a video. The first video you create, you need to create your own video because I will not know what video. You need to create your own title. You need to create your own content so that we will give you a free platform for you to create your own video for the first video. So something like that. Okay, so you go for number 2 is ask the advisor. Yeah, so you add your expertise, and this is the ways to create a second income. So I've done this. I will write there ways to create a second income, source of information, expertise, advice. Thank you for attendance. Okay, so my category is 200 per hour. So your first video will be created by you yourself with your counterparts. You can be your friend, and you will be integrated into a Zoom session. So these are the videos that I created. So I have 2 digital assets. You see a review, 0 out of 5 and 4 out of 5. These are reviews by the paid users. And per view, so for example, I have this. So this is a 5 minutes preview, and someone paid for it, $7, $350 will goes to the advisors. So that's where we come in for the passive. Okay, so of course, when you play around system, you will know. I just briefly go through. So what really happened is you will bring you to a Zoom session. You record your own Zoom session. There will be subtitle as well. And basically, this is how it will look like after you created your own. So whatever video that we have created will be here. And these are titles that I need you to prepare. What do you think your title should be? Your video description, and who do you think your target should be? So basically, you as an advisor should be able to tell who are your target audience because you are creating a video for it. With this video, then you are able to create the second digital assets. See your chat function. This chat function is used to talk to your student if they are late. It is also to engage with student to ask for any question. Of course, once you create a Zoom call, it will show everything. Okay, so for any question, user interface is quite easy. There will be some information bar. What is it about? You can just read through. So basically now I am a user. Gabriel Ong is an advisor, and the student is actually experienced at bridge.com.sg who paid me $288 for a 1-hour session. The session is being recorded, and once it's being recorded, Bridge will edit and they will help you with this title. So your title, if you're a technical person, you will normally write 3 ways to find a second income. So our copywriter will be trying to make your title be attractive and basically let the title be attractive so that there will be more clicks on you. When there is more clicks, there will be more income on your site. Your video description is a way to entice them. So you need to show like what are the ways. So it's a 1-hour session. Like today, I show you ways, I show you payment, and that is how I write it under video description. So you are your best video description content. You need to tell us, we will edit, And of course, we will try to beautify this. So that's why we will get our 30% cut to distribute out to the public. So the moment I publish as a digital asset, it will store into our server. And once it's stored into our server, that's where it will be pushed. And after that, you will start to get to see your credit. So first, create a video. Number 2 is review your video. And third is create your payout report. So that's how we do it. Okay. So far, any questions so far? William, Daniel. So it's a very straightforward thing. So basically you sell your expertise, you're using a Zoom session, you create your first content, your first student should be someone who knows. So you create a content so that you ask if the more sophisticated question can be good and bad, it could be a double-edged sword. Firstly, if it's too technical, then I myself will call you, what are you trying to teach and how are you going to introduce? So of course, if you're telling me about overall view, business, real estate, investment, I roughly understand. But if you're teaching me about, data science, artificial intelligence, and who are your target audience? Are actually students trying to go into computer engineering? Then I will call you, and maybe one of my copywriter will call you to ask you, how are you going to angle it? Okay, so that is the whole structure of how it looks like. Okay, so of course, so how is your video being? So of course, now if you come in under Advisory Connect, your video will be published here. Yeah. Okay, so this is your title. This is a test recording session. There will be a description. This is your 500 to 1,000 words. And this is your preview, your 5 minutes preview, which our editor will do it. So we have 2 types of preview. One is a 5 minutes preview, so that firstly, I target your eyes. After that, I target your head. And finally, I target your wallet. So that is how we convince people. Of course, now we got 2 videos, but we'll reach out to as many advisors. Today is the first launch, and being a public holiday. So the next one we'll try to get as many advisors as possible. Okay, any questions so far? So this one our test session. Yeah, so this is how it looks like. You can just go to the app site. Yeah, and basically now I'm actually a advisor. So once I'm an advisor, I've done everything, then I will have. Yep. So you see, this is my profile, 3 minutes 48 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. So it's here. Okay, it will be shown. Yeah. So for you, you will gauge how many people paid, how many people paid for it, and that is all going to your credit wallet. So the more we reach out, the better it is. And of course, why you got a 0 and 5 is because of review. So I don't determine whether you are a good advisors. We let the public decide whether are you a good advisors. So of course, when we have more people coming on board, you have competition. And that's where you start to ask yourself, how do you actually fight yourself, or how do you compete with others? So of course, 4/5, 5/5 will be ranked first. So for example, this site, if you come in as a member, you'll be ranked first. Of course, we filter based on other criteria like advisor name, recently posted, and category. So for example, category is investment, we'll have all this investment. Category, let's say category is under education, we have all the education. Okay, so let's say now I click. So I will have 3 assets that I taught my fellow Singapore. Then basically I will click. So do I, as a free member, wants to pay for it? So if I want to pay for it, I will click. Oh, I'm not a user now. I need to sign as a member. So for new members, we always give them 2 credits to actually start off to watch. Okay, take into consideration, the free member could also be an advisor. So they need to see what you do and basically how they are be able to react. Okay, so this is how the member will see it, and that is how the advisors will see it. Okay, so I just log in under free member. How do you look like? So this is a free member. So a free member, is our first level. That means they are coming in as a user. They are able to sign as an advisor. They are also able to search for advisor. So this, we only have 2 videos now. We used to have many, but we just do it for testing purposes. And basically, they are able to buy from it. Okay. So having said that, we allow them to switch to other profiles, job seekers and employers. And likewise, this is a free member portfolio for advisors. We are also able to let them switch profile to either employer or a job seeker. So a job advisor could be an employer. Advisor can also be a job seeker. And so we let the passive income rules. Okay. So yeah, so that is how it looks like. So this is what we do. Digital asset recorded, we call it as a digital asset. It'll be live for 36 months. After 36 months, we'll throw it back to you. That means we give it back to you and we stop paying you. So that is how we are intending to do this platform. Okay, how does it work? So we are charging at $7. It could be more in future. So it depends on how well we do and what type of advisors we get. Advisors yourself will get Singapore dollars 350. The student that asks the question will get 50 cents, or the student that pay for it will get 50 cents. So for example, just now, advisor Gabriel actually, let me see. Advisor Gabriel charged $288 or $200. So for any digital assets, he will be getting the 50 cents and Bridge will be getting the rest. Okay, so that is how we pay out to advisors, users, and Bridge itself. Okay, so if the amount increased to $8, $10, it depends, then it will just based on a 50-50 mentality. Okay, so advisors will always get 50%. So if we find that we have a demand for it, we'll increase the price. So yeah. So how do I give feedback? So this is the review part. Review is important because we do not want advisors to just do what they want to do. And some advisors can be also, they're very good at what they do, but they don't really understand what the student wants. So in short, people is paying you about $200 to $300 per hour. It starts on 30. Basically, you need to know. And at the end of it, your review will base on how we rank you. So of course, once you have been ranked 4/5 or 5/5, I will start to pick you up for the module. And of course, once you are being picked by modules, then you'll start to see investors starting to talk to you. So that's how our platform works. Okay. So yep. So three steps to become an advisor. You create an account, fill in a credential information. You need to sign a contract, create your first session, and publish your video. So it's a very it's a simple way, but you need to plan on what you want to say for your first video, because that will determine who you are and that is your DNA. Okay. So yep. So of course, when you're publishing a video, you need to understand what we are trying to do to help you push your video. So these are contents that you can do it. Okay. So yep. Any questions? Yep. So I open to the floor. Normally it takes about 30 to 1 hour. So any questions you can ask me, and I can answer you. Okay, so before we start, I just want to tell you is that we have we send you emails. We're doing EDM, we're doing Facebook marketing. We have quite a number of emails, valid emails that we are sending for co-marketing. So basically, when you receive our email, we just started like yesterday. And every month, every day, we only can send 30,000 to 40,000 emails because of server limitation. So we got 50 million emails, valid emails. And I just show you some campaigns, the one that you receive under the advisory. So this advisory that we sent on 30th of April. Okay, now it's still sending. So far, we sent 122,000. The open rate is about 26%, which means that 100,000 people, about 43,000 people will open. So imagine if you have a good content, the open rate for your content will be high. And of course, how many people click? 2,000. So you just based on 2,000 times 7, that should be the income that you are intending to receive, hypothetically. So of course, people will find, so the first 1-2 months, you need to warm up. The third, fourth month onwards, we will start to do it. Okay, so of course, some of you, I think I've seen some Filipino name. So what we do is that if you are a Filipino working in Singapore, then of course, we will just push on to Philippines. So it's now 223,000, 471,000, anymore. Yeah. So these are the people that we will send out. So if you're from Hong Kong, then okay, let's say India. Then we will send out to 7 million, 1.5, anymore. Yeah. And at the end of it, the first 5 minutes of this presentation, you must talk your language. So if you're Hong Kong, you must say Lei Ho Mo, so that people understand that you're actually from Hong Kong, but you're in Singapore. And your content is that I'm a Hong Konger, but I'm working in Singapore. I share with you, let me share with you what I have done in Singapore. So what we do is that this content will be not juicy in terms of Singaporeans, but it could be juicy in terms of Hong Kong, especially with now this recent political turmoil in Hong Kong. A lot of them want to go out of Singapore, or go out of Hong Kong to go to UK, and Singapore is one of the country. Okay, so that's what we do. So so we send Singapore about 125,000, 966,000, one more, and 317,000. So 1.4 million. So gradually we can't send out 1.4 in one day. So that's how we actually we need to cushion. But end of it, there are about 40 million, 40 over 1,000 people based on the content, campaigns, and we haven't finished sending. So I'm reckon on the 9th of next month, 9th of May, we should have more people to come on board. Okay, so any questions for me? Yep. Yep. You can tell me any questions. Yeah, then I will. Yep. Yep. So what you can do is you can just sign as firstly create a content, see whether it's suitable. So what if you think that you are an advisor, but the public doesn't think that you're an advisor? Then maybe you can see what other advisors are doing and you tweak and based on that. Okay. Another thing I want to take note is that for this advisor, I'm able to switch a profile. So once you come in as an advisor, we'll collect. You are able to switch yourself to as an employer and you're able to create a job. Yeah. So that's how we do it. So if you are an employer, you can switch yourself to a job seeker. Yeah. So that's how we integrate with you. So you could be an employee looking for a job, and at the same time, you are an advisor teaching people. Your advisor profile will be seen by the employer. So indirectly, it's actually a resume for you. So instead of paper resume, which everyone is doing, now is a live example, live video resume that is talking to the employers. Okay, and if you got 100 videos clicks, I think the tendency of you getting a job is very high. Yeah. Okay, any questions for me? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you need to unmute. Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, maybe
yeah.
I'll kickstart.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for reaching out.
Yeah.
First thing, of course, I have quite a lot of questions, but I will not.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
I will not shoot all. I will just start the ball rolling first.
Yeah.
How do you target your potential audience? Just now you mentioned the EDMs that you send to a couple of 100,000 within Singapore. How do you pick and choose who to send to?
Age.
Only age, is it?
40 to 60, mostly we will want them to be advisors. If you are younger, 20 plus to 30, you must be an entrepreneur or you have something very.
No, sorry. I'm not referring to your outreach to the advisor, but I'm referring to the audience who's likely, just now you mentioned that your whole business philosophy is about the three eyes, head, and wallet, right?
Yep,
so I'm
yep.
referring to this eyes, head, and wallet. How do you target them?
Your title and the target audience will based on their industry that they will be keen.
Sorry, I'm referring to how do you pull people to Bridge so that they can join member, and then so that they can start looking at all the different categories and then start clicking on the video.
EDM, we just send to them. We reach out to the EDM that we have, as well as social media campaigns.
Yeah, so your EDM, how do you know who do you send to? How do you know who you should send to?
We have some segments for them.
So you have your own algorithm to direct the sending of EDM.
Yeah, as well as your preference, which industry are you in, they will push you. So for example, if you are in finance, we will send to you finance related topics.
No, so actually, my question is not so much of how do you reach out to the advisor. My question is, how do you reach out to the audience, or rather the customers whom you are targeting for their eyes, head, and wallet? That's my question.
I don't have we were based on social media. One is EDM is just one way. The other one is actually social media. So based on the targets and what they are keen at, then Facebook and social media we are reaching out based on that.
All right. Yeah. And the rate is basically self-determined, is it?
Yes, but if you are putting at $300 where the market rate is $200, then your preview will help them to determine whether they want to pay.
Okay, so are you saying that currently for Bridge the market rate is around $200?
I'm not sure. It depends on what you are good at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I will not know what is your expertise.
This is basically a debut, right? This advisor role thing it's fresh from the oven. You have not rolled it out before.
I've not rolled it out before. Yeah, I don't think it's available in. I'm not sure whether is it available to others.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned that in order to start, that there is a pre-qualification process for the first 3 videos, right?
First 3 videos will be the first video. When you upload, we'll do an audit. Then basically we'll publish once we publish online, then that's where your video will be shown.
Right. And then, but the credit will only come after in a third video, is it?
Third video. So you pay someone. So you see 3. If you see 3, you see 3. Okay, wait. You see 3. The third view, that's where you get paid. So if you got 100, you must minus 3 times 3.5.
Okay, so what's your criteria? What's your criteria for activating the advisor's credit? Is it based on some certain minimal view and subscription from the audience?
No, they will. So you based on your title. What is it? So for example, Isaac, what's your specialty?
Real estate.
Easier. Okay, so real estate, for example, your title must be enticing enough for them to click. So if you are like a normal agent or real estate agent, then there will be a lot of agents coming on board. I'm very sure. So let's say you're telling how you create trust management. So it depends on what is your target audience. For example, you want to target the top 50%, top 15%. You are looking at trust management, you're looking at investment, you're looking at OPM or whatever. Then that's where we will start to target. So that's the reason why we will ask you, who do you want to target?
Okay, understand. So the moment my third video is watched, that's where my credit will start clocking.
Yes.
Okay, understand.
That is for your first video. So the second video will come in when a student called Isaac under the chat. Hi, I seen your first video. I'm keen in your video. Could you help me? Then Isaac will say, fine, we have a session. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., you book my session at 200 per hour or 150 per hour. That's where your second video will come in. So you go in concurrent.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And you're saying the video is one-on-one, or it can be a group?
One for one.
Or it cannot be group, huh?
It cannot be group. So after that, you've got 10 videos and all performing, we'll start to ask you for a module.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but investment, real estate, all that, I would say I'm very familiar with it.
Is it a leader?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're saying the third video will be so
third view or third video.
no, I need to know about what is the criteria for the credit to start clocking.
The
so
credit,
you mentioned the third video, right?
third view.
The third view.
View, yeah.
Sorry, so what's the difference between
Video
maybe
is
I'm a
what
bit
you
slow.
video is what you do under digital asset.
Okay, and view?
View is people click your $7.
So sorry, so what's the $7?
$7 there is a digital
The
asset. This
the
is
$7 is a digital asset, right?
correct.
The digital asset means the video that I have recorded and I
in
posted,
Rich
right?
and being published.
Okay, so which means it's my third video, right?
It's your first video.
Or first video, I already start clocking the $7.
Start clocking, yeah. You start
and
clocking.
then I get the 50% share lah.
Yes, of the $7.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So when you're saying third view, means third view of my
first
video.
Yes, first video that you do.
Oh, so I will only get the 350 at the third view of my first video lah.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Then when someone is interested to reach out to me on the Zoom, that's where I get the 70% commission lah.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then my digital asset, so long as that there will be more viewing coming in, I will continue to enjoy the 50% royalty.
Yes.
So there are actually two parts to the credit, right?
Yes.
One part is the direct Zoom session, one-on-one session, which is a 70%, right? The other part is the digital asset, which is a recurrent, what do you call it, credit based on the viewers, how often people view, right?
Yeah. So the first video is 288. So people may not want to pay your 288 per hour. Right. Because they may not know whether are you a genuine, are you a good advisor?
Sure.
And maybe there are a lot available in the market. So what happened is that you have a second one, that is the passive income. So they will not pay the 288, but they will pay the $7.
Okay, understand.
The $7 will have the title and the description. So how Isaac helped, so it will be this. How Isaac actually, so there will be some case study. So you talk about district 9, 10, 11, should you buy 9, 10, 11, should you buy 1, 2, 3, need leasehold 99, freehold, whatever, industrial, commercial, whatever. So that is how a person sends you and engage you. So after paying the $7, they find that Isaac, you are a true, genuine advisor. I want to engage you for whatever price you quote, $200 per hour. Then that is where the second video will come on board. So the first video you put there, mainly, firstly, you're talking about commercial real estate. But the second video, maybe Daniel start to engage you, pay $200, and you will have a second content. And the second content on the third view, it will be recurring income.
Okay.
Okay, so this is more to show you. So when you do a video, your face must show out. Your readership may not want to show out. But if the readership show up, means they are very keen to do the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
And each video is a 5-minute video, is it?
1 hour video.
Even for the first video is a 1 hour?
1 hour session.
Okay, but you have an introductory 5-minute video,
5 minutes,
is it?
yes. So it's something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so the 1 hour will only come in when there's a one-on-one session.
No, the one hour session, and you only come in when they start to pay for it.
Okay, pay for the hourly rate, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so early on, I thought there's a Zoom session as well. So how does it work? So the video is posted.
We integrated with Zoom.
The video will be played on Zoom, is it?
Our platform is integrated with Zoom.
Okay, so the video will be played on Zoom.
Yes.
So after the 1 hour video, there will still be a Q&A session, is it?
No, you will. So let's say now we started at 7:30.
Right.
It's recorded immediately. I'm the teacher. All of you are students. I will share with you what I do. And now this is a Q&A.
Oh, I see. So it's interactive lah.
It's interactive. In between, you can stop me because you are paying for it. So like maybe at 7, we start at 7:30 sharp, maybe 7:45. Right. Hey, stop, Brian. I ask you a different question. Then
I see.
Then it's very impromptu. So you ask a very difficult question and yet Brian can answer. Fine. If Bryan
Okay.
cannot answer, then Isaac will, so the review session will comes from Isaac.
Okay, so the style can be determined by the advisor, right? I can like,
Now, advisor lead the game.
yeah lah. So
Yeah.
I can have like first 15 minutes on presentation, then after that I start a
Yes.
Q&A, then I continue with another segment, that kind of thing, right?
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So the second
Okay.
video will be very based on what you are looking for is maybe they will chat with you. So let's say there will be a chat session. The chat session will ask you, hi Isaac, I saw your first video. You're talking about commercial real estate. Are you familiar with properties in Australia? Oh, Isaac, I'm not familiar. Then you just drop off the case. But if let's say Isaac, you are familiar, then my question to you is that how are you familiar where you're staying in Singapore?
Okay.
Then your answer is that I used to stay in Australia. Then I have a different, I have I have whatever you want to say. Then I'm convinced that you're able to help me, I will engage. If I'm not convinced, I will find the next Isaac.
Fine.
Yeah.
So the last thing is, can the advisor participate in across several categories? Like for example, I'm also, I like to share something about education in Singapore. Can I do that, or it can only be
but people will know you are an all-rounder compared to one who is really very good at real estate. They will see your category.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you are good at business, so real estate, you're good at business, you're also an educator. So what are you? So I will ask you, what are you? Then you will tell me, oh, then I will gauge. So I compare to, let's say, Alex Chong, who is he's maybe a good educator. And he answers certain questions based on the educator point of view. So it really depends on what the reader, what the user want. So if you are blended, it may be good, it may be bad.
Okay.
So I'll tell you a very good example. Social media, Facebook marketing, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and what else? One more is Twitter. As a new business, who should you target? Everybody, the YouTube will say target all. Maybe you only got $10,000 to spend. So what should you do? So I will have an advisor, hi Isaac, I got 10,000 to spend. I need to reach a certain goals. Then Isaac will say, so who's your target audience? Oh, I'm looking at working adults. So if something is like that, it's engaging. Then Isaac will say, okay, so based on Isaac's experience, he thinks that maybe LinkedIn will be a better platform than Facebook. But LinkedIn is expensive in terms of ad management. Then you ask, so I said, okay, Isaac, do you have a better option? Because I think I don't have $25,000 to spend. Then Isaac said, okay, there may be another way of doing it. So that is the whole engagement. So when you do all this, you must need to summarize. Otherwise, we can't really tell what are you teaching. Then our copywriter will tweak to make it nicer, to touch your head, your eyes, your heart, and your wallet. Yeah, I hope I answer your question. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
okay,
we have a strong base of database, and we have reached out. We have a lot, basically half of Singapore. So we are targeting job seekers, people who are looking for jobs, but some job seekers are good at advising. And we're also targeting at companies level CEO, but CEO can be also looking at employees who are advisors. So maybe Isaac, you may not want to get employment, but maybe the third round will be investors trying to look out for you. Investors not in terms of buying real estate, but investors on trying to set up a business with you. Yeah, so that is how we reach. Because I am an advisor, I'm also an employer. I used to be an employee, but I'm also an investor. So there are people like me in the platform. And of course, those people who are only job seekers, they will only find job seekers. So this is one way of creating a residual income for them. And maybe they are just teaching what they are very good at. For example, Excel management. So maybe shortcuts of doing Excel where it's easily available, but how are you going to connect the dots? So that's the whole idea. Okay, any others? Yep. I think Jeremy, you just came in. We will record, then we'll pass you so you can have a look. Yeah, but in whole that as a whole, this is what we are doing as a platform. Yeah. Okay, so this is how the the free user will look like. So they will search. So Isaac, to answer your question, then I will base on category, and so this is how I see. And I see your title is appealing to me. Then the content, this question is about 1,000 to 500 to 1,000 words. Then I will definitely see your preview, because this could be some questions that I want to ask you. Then I will start to click first. Then I will chat with you, and I will have this connection with you. Okay. Any others? Yep. Yep. Daniel, any question? Daniel? Antonia? Yeah. Can't hear you, Daniel. You're under mute. Yeah.
Not at the moment.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Antonia? Yeah. Okay, I think it's not there. Yeah. So, yeah. If nothing, then yeah, that's all. You can start to engage. We will put this into.
Sorry, if I made a last question.
Yeah, sure.
How often you pay out the credits?
Every Monday.
Weekly, huh?
Weekly, yeah.
So through bank transfer,
Pay now.
Or pay now, okay.
Yeah, the contract will state that you need to have that. Singaporean easy, but foreigners,
Okay.
Then yeah. So
and
in short,
how transparent is the credit system as in, you know, as an advisor, once I meet the criteria and the viewers, and then they are also subscribers. How transparent is that to me?
There will be a invoice. Every time there's a credit, it will go into your invoice.
No, that does it mean there's an e-invoice or e-dashboard that I can? There's an e-invoice, right?
Yeah, there's an e-invoice under your, yeah, under here.
And the e-invoice will be on the some kind of a dashboard, lah.
Yeah.
On your platform itself, on the Bridge platform itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will know who paid for it. Then we'll just deduct accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah. First two, it will be free. Then the third one will start to charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the payee's name will appear there, right?
The payee account, but not payee name, payee account.
Payee account will appear.
Your transaction, there will be a transaction code.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the payee account is in a way irrelevant to me, right?
Yes, you will not,
because you pay through PayNow to my account, right?
You will be generated in this payout report. You will know who pay, but you will know someone pay, but you will not know what is their account.
So that someone, for example, once I have a Zoom session with a person, I know the person's identity, right? Will a person's identity appear in this credit balance?
For that 1 hour session, yes. You're talking about the digital asset, then that is the other one. There are two ways. Are you talking about the first one or the second one?
Both. The digital asset, will that be
yes, transactions.
The viewer will be identified, or just by transaction number?
This is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. They paid for it. There will be
this is payment. For the digital asset, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So there will be a payment ID.
Whereas the one-on-one session also appear in this kind of format, is it?
Yes, yeah.
All appear in this kind of format.
But the amount will be more.
Okay, sure. But it's all identified as payment ID.
Payment ID, yes.
Okay, understand.
Yeah. So we do it on every Monday, 2 o'clock is the cutoff time. So Wednesday you request, it will be next Monday. So we only do crediting on every Monday.
Crediting on every Monday, but this update, is it
live
update, right?
Yes. So someone paid, you will be live. Then so let's say now you $8, you want to withdraw, you will just withdraw.
Okay.
Yeah. So today is Monday, it will be next Monday. So if you do it today, this morning at 8 a.m., you'll be based on 2 o'clock cutoff time. Then we will be giving you the money on tomorrow.
Okay. The payout is every Monday, right? Did you say?
Yes, every Monday.
Okay. So I can also even withdraw on a Friday, let's say, then the subsequent Monday it will happen.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions? No questions? Yeah. Then thanks for your time. Yeah. All these we will record. and we'll put it into YouTube. Then from there, we will be, you can have a preview of what has been done. Yeah. Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks for your time.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.